your son is the #1 defensive tackle in the nation. Just
Yes.
talk about, the things that go into that, not only as a kind of sideline coach as you are as his mother, but just as his mother.
Well, I will say, he's worked hard. He's a hard-working individual. Even, in the midst of COVID, he's actually continued to train and continued to work. A few of his trainers are here, today or whatever. And actually, I congratulate them as well because they've had a lot to do with his influence and with his success as well. But he's a self-driven person, so meaning as an individual, he's a very disciplined person. He basically he sticks to. He's a person that doesn't have to be told what to do. He's just, of course, that's what self-discipline means. So he's just self-driven. He went through a process during COVID where he gained some weight, as many people have. Just being indoors and not being able to socialize and so on and so forth. And he put himself through a regimen of diet and exercise and training, to get the extra weight off, because he knew that there was a standard that he had to meet because he was, being catapulted onto, these different organizations that were ranking him very, very highly. So, he had to meet the challenge, so to speak. So basically, he trained and lost the weight and got more, tone and more lean, to be able to be faster and be quicker and more agile, as a defensive lineman. So he basically accomplished that on his own.
Right.
He had trainers to help him, but he was the diet part. Of course, is required. You have to control this, so control with self-discipline, and he did it. So I'm proud of him, extremely godly proud of him, and as his dad is, and his stepmom. So we're all very, very proud of him, and his grandmothers and so on and so forth, all his family.
Okay. Well, just talk about just the opportunity and the burden it takes off of you for your son to be able to go to get an education for free.
Absolutely. Definitely, I have two other children that, have one is still in college and one has been in college previously. So it is academically and financially, it's a huge burden lifted for him to have the opportunity and be blessed to get an education for free. So, definitely, I bless God and thank God for that opportunity. He's a very smart student. He's finishing high school early, so he's actually going to be a spring, entrance into LSU. He's going to be a spring freshman, basically. So spring 2021 freshman. So he's a December graduate from Terrebonne High School, but he will come back in May and walk, with the other graduates during the ceremony. So for that, academically, he was already an honor graduate. He's a smart individual. He's a very intelligent child. But added to that, he was blessed and favored to have physical ability and size and stature to be able to play football and play it at the highest level possible. So for that, again, we just thank God and appreciate all the red beans and rice and peanut butter sandwiches and everything he ate when he was little, because he's always been a big eater. So we're proud of him.
All right, Mr. Smith, can you just talk about, your excitement that, to see your son here, sign with LSU today?
Well, I'm very excited for him to want to stay close to home, first of all. He can have more of his friends go watch him play ball, and, we can catch a lot of the games. And it's a choice that he made on his own, I told him a long time ago that make your own choice, for yourself and for what you want to do. And he chose LSU, and we're all excited. Hometown, in-state, we're good. We're loving it.
What's been the main thing you taught him over the years and, just about getting ready for this moment here?
Just remain humble. Know who you are. Be true to yourself. Remain humble. And that's the best advice and the only advice I gave him about it. Don't let, all the scholarships or whatever, buck your head up to where you lose focus on who you are. Being yourself and being humble, it'll make you go a lot further in life.
And obviously, like you say, I know he told me that you're often on the road, but you stayed in close communication with them throughout this whole process, right?
Yes.
How tough was it? I like to say that constantly be on the road while he was going through all this.
Well, it's tough because you're not physically in front of him to, have a face-to-face conversation other than through FaceTime on the phones and what's not. But nevertheless, we got through it. He understood that I would back him no matter where he went, and I just wanted him to do the best for that he wanted to do for himself. And he made his choice, and I'm excited and happy for his choice.
All right, Coach. You coached Maason these last couple of years, and you've seen him grow from a freshman to a senior. Just talk about how excited you are for him to be able to play on this next level and have coached a Power 5 athlete.
Oh, the excitement for what Mason's going to be able to do is really high. But, I couldn't be prouder for him. He had to walk through all the doors and create all the opportunities. We just kind of try to open them for them and let them do what they need to do to reach their success. But, Mason's going to go out there and do some really great things. His work ethic is tremendous, and he likes to compete. So he's going to do fine, and he's going to go out and he's going to make his family and the community proud. That's his main goal.
You talk about him competing. He's already competed against a potential rival at Alabama and Kyle Edwards in 7.58. Just talk about how important that is in having been surrounded by talent that he's going to play at the next level.
Oh, every week we hit the field, there's some talent on there. And, you mentioned, Kyle Edwards, but now he'll play with John Emery. And, Puka's at Kansas, and there's receivers out there and defensive linemen. So he's going to see a lot of guys that he used to play against, getting into that next level. But, the biggest thing is him being able to grow and go out and try and reach all the dreams and goals he has, whether it be academically or on the football field. And, he gets to do it close to home, and he gets to do it with the support of his family and friends in the local area. And I think that's going to be huge for him.